Congressman, I want to move on to another issue because you've subpoenaed a company connected to the daughter of Judge Juan Merchan, who presided over President Trump's New York fraud case. You say Authentic Campaigns, that's the company, which has done work for both Biden and Harris, has failed to comply with the House investigation into the prosecution. You say the CEO, Michael Nellis, rejected 2 House requests for documents. The committee also writing to Lauren Merchan, the daughter of Judge Merchan, as she is the president of that company. Tell me about this. What's the conflict? Is there a conflict of interest here, and why is she blowing off your requests?
Of course there's a conflict of interest. You can't have the daughter of the judge. Now, remember, this is the judge who put the gag order on President Trump. This is the judge who wouldn't let the expert on campaign finance testify in front of the jury. They're in the courtroom. Wouldn't let Brad Smith testify. So there's definitely a conflict of interest, particularly when the judge's daughter made $7 million working for the Harris campaign back in 2019. Then the Authentic Campaigns worked for the Biden-Harris campaign in 2020. 1 month alone, according to public records, they made $2 million. So you got $9 million they're making. Of course, there's a there's a conflict of interest. So what we want to know is what happened in 23 when this case went forward. When Alvin Bragg brought this ridiculous case, what kind of interactions, what kind of communications were taking place in that time frame when this case was going on, when the judge was putting the gag order, when he wasn't letting people testify? We want to know that. We've done our due diligence. We've done 2 letters. We've asked for specific things. They've written back. They said, well, 1 category of documents, we have some information, but we don't think you're entitled to that. We politely pointed out, that's not your decision to make. That's ours.
Yeah.
And by the way, we went to court already once, Maria, on this same case. We went to court, and the judge ruled in our favor, and we were able to depose Mr. Pomerantz, the guy who wrote the book about this whole ordeal. So we had nothing. We had to go with the subpoena at this point. So we sent the subpoena yesterday.
Well, we're gonna check back with you to see what kind of a response you get. And then there's Special Counsel Jack Smith indicting former President Trump again. In the dropped January 6th case, the indictment was revised after the Supreme Court's immunity ruling. This new indictment is charging Trump with 4 felony counts of conspiracy, removing allegations against Justice Department officials. Trump says this case should be dropped immediately. Congressman, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with the president. All these cases are ridiculous. They're all ridiculous because they're all based on politics. They're not based on the rule of law. They're not based on the facts. I mean, and Jack Smith got, the Supreme Court with the immunity decision scaled down and back. Judge Cannon made the right decision in the classified document case in Florida and said that Jack Smith was never properly appointed, wasn't confirmed by the Senate. So I think all these, and of course the Fonnie Willis case is completely falling apart because, again, all of them were based on politics, lawfare, not facts, not the rule of law. And so I think President Trump's in a good position. And frankly, Maria, I think we're now getting past the pep rally stage, and we're getting into the point where you got to play the game. I mean, it's been a 40-day pep rally for the Harris-Walz campaign. Now we're going to get to the facts and the issues, and they're actually going to have to step on the field, engage in the debates, and that's where I think you're going to see President Trump just surge to the lead in these swing states, and him and J.D. Vance are going to be our next president and vice president.
Well, we'll see if that starts tonight with this interview that Kamala and Tim Walz are having on CNN. Congressman, it's great to see you as always. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You bet.
Jim Jordan.